right now, I'm gonna do Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, I like the Ravens. Coach John Harbaugh. Nothing I can really say bad about him, man. He's just one of the best motivators, and he's gonna be back to do it again. They had a lot of injuries last year. I think they were the most. I mean, they were devastated by injuries. They were the most injured team in the NFL. And I think you got the quarterback, you got Lamar Jackson. I know people say he needs to be a better thrower. I think he just needs to just continue to play his game. You know, he added muscle. People were like it's going to slow him up. I don't think so. I think he'll be okay. I think he's going to play. Usually, when players have a contract situation, they ball out. And he plays a position that you're gonna have to pay. And what he's done for Baltimore up to now, they have to pay him. Like, that's that's what I think. So pay Action Jackson. The running back, think they're gonna be good. They got Mike Davis as a backup, but J.K. Dobbins is in camp. I think he's on track to start week 1. I think he's going to be a great running back. Baltimore loves to run the ball, so I think he's going to be a featured back this year. Tight end Mark Andrew, he is better every year. Him and Lamar Jackson, they're synced. I mean, they just know each other, and that's his man. They came in as rookies together, and they've been playing like that ever since. They just got good chemistry. The receiving core is going to be a test, man. Already, Dervinay and Bateman they're already injured in camp, and you gotta look for Bateman. Everybody's looking for Bateman to make that next step because Marquis Brown is out of there. So, I mean, unless the Ravens double back down on the run, but you gotta give Lamar some help. So the receiving core is shaky. Now, James Prios the second has been doing good and showing out in camp. So we'll see how that is. The O-line, once again, they're back. They're great. They're gonna be running the ball, pounding it. They do that zone blocking, The defense, I think the defense this year, if they stay healthy, they're gonna be really good. I think Owe that he's been the edge rusher has been killing the O-line in camp so far. And I think that's a good sign because he played good at the end of last season. And of course, the off-ball linebacker, they got Patrick Queen. I think he was solid. He's a really good linebacker. And our corners are Marlon Humphrey and Marcus Peters and Kyle Fuller. So they got Kyle Fuller in the slot, and then they got Marlon Humphrey and Marcus Peters. That's a nice corner duo. So if they're able to get that front seven to pass rush, they're going to be their defensive backs are going to be eating. And speaking of defensive backs, they got Marcus Williams from the Saints. Now we got to see if Kyle Hamilton can make an impact because right now he's not starting, but it's still early. Overall, man, I got the Ravens winning the division. I think they're gonna win the division, man. I think this is Jackson contract year. They're not gonna get killed by injuries, and I think they go 11-6. What say you, Craig?
All right. Well, yeah, but I pretty much piggyback on whatever you said because kind of have the same opinion. So, the coach John Harbaugh, I think he's one of the better coaches in the NFL. Other than last season, which kind of was like the worst case scenario for him, everybody being hurt, everybody being injured. Some people didn't even start the season, like Marcus Peters and what's the running back's name?
J.K. Dobbins.
J.K. Dobbins. They didn't even start the season. So they were hurt. Gus Edwards was also hurt. He was the second running back. So
yep.
A lot of these guys didn't even start the season to play an actual game before they were already on the IR. So having these guys back 100% ready to go should definitely help this team chances as far as making the playoffs. To me, with the down division is with you got the Browns and the Steelers, their quarterback issues and everything like that going on. So it's kind of between them and the Bengals to me. Excuse me. So if Harbaugh can motivate these guys and everybody can stay healthy, everybody can stay without too many injuries, I think this team's going to be right back in the thick of things, contending for a divisional championship.
Yeah,
division again, I guess. The quarterback, obviously, Lamar Jackson. I mean, one of the most dynamic quarterbacks, one of the most dynamic players ever in the NFL. I think he's just at any given time he can take off and run the ball for 10, 15 yards, or he can make a couple passes. I know he needs to get better at making passes, and probably as you get older, kind of like Cam Newton and maybe even like Michael Vick was still.
Michael Vick was slinging.
Yeah, man. You might have to adjust and start kind of staying in the pocket more and throwing the ball a little bit more. But
Michael Vick was different, man.
He was. But I mean, I think Lamar Jackson's kind of the same. I think he's one of the. I mean, his rushing yards for his quarterbacks is already, I think, top 10 among quarterbacks. So
yeah,
as long as he just stays healthy and he's doesn't take too many chances, doesn't take too many hits, I think he'll be fine. Unfortunately for his wide receivers, he lost his best wide receiver and I guess one of his best friends. I guess you want to say Marquis Brown.
Yeah.
So that's unfortunate, but you get your second year wide receiver who was hurt last year a lot, and Bateman. Maybe he can come back this year and actually be the guy that they drafted in the first round a couple years ago. That number one talent that they want. And this is his opportunity to come out and basically show the league what he has and what he can do. I kind of think he's going to have a decent year. If he can stay healthy, I think he's going to have a solid year. He might not put up numbers that Brown put up last year for him, but I think he'll still put up solid numbers for this team. The running backs, they have 4 running backs, but I mean, obviously Dobbins is the number 1. But Edwards is a solid number 2. Mike Davis.
Davis is solid.
He was with Atlanta last year, and the year before that he was with Carolina. He had a solid year.
He'll be solid in that run system. He's gonna be solid. Yeah,
so they have some running backs there. Even if they do want to do like a running back by committee type thing, they have at least those 3 guys. Justice Hill he's not bad. He's just farther down the depth chart, but those 3 guys at the top, especially Dobbins, and I know he wants to come back and show that he can still be a number 1 running back after missing all of last year. Obviously, Mark Andrews is really, Mark Andrews is one of the top 5 actually tight ends in the league. Probably number 3 behind Kittle and Kelsey. So I mean, he's definitely going to be up there, catching passes again. He's probably going to lead the team in catches this year with Brown gone. So probably catches yards and maybe touchdowns too. So I expect him to be Lamar Jackson's go-to guy, especially early on. Then the offensive line. The offensive line is okay. I know they lost Bradley Bozeman, who went to Carolina, but that offensive line should still be solid. They went out and signed Morgan Moses. So
he's good. He's solid.
He's solid. Yeah, so he should definitely help out the offensive line. The defense. The defense was decent last year, and they had a bunch of injuries. So I expect the defense to be even better this year with everybody healthy. Them going out and signing Marcus Williams from the Saints, Marlon Humphrey's back, Marcus Peters is back. Marcus Peters is back. Like you mentioned, Kyle Hamilton, their top draft pick this year. Right now he's on the second team, so maybe if he can get some more reps in, or maybe even next year he'll kind of take that step up to be in the starting lineup. Calais Campbell, Patrick Queen, he had a down year. And I think in his standards, I think a lot of people's standards that they had for him, he had a down year, but I think he's going to bounce back. They also had nobody really talks about kickers, but they had the best kicker in football.
Yeah.
Justin Tucker. So I have high expectations for the Ravens as long as everybody can stay healthy this year. I think they're going to have a definite opportunity to win this division, especially their first like 3 games. Kind of easy schedule, and then like the middle part of the schedule is kind of easy for them as well. I know everybody's talking about Lamar Jackson and his contract, but obviously he wants to play and show people why he should get paid. So a lot of people tell him don't go out there and take the field. They wouldn't take the field, or telling him not to take the field without a contract and all this stuff when he doesn't have an agent. So he's just pretty much doing it by himself. But he's got to do what he has to do, and I think he's making the best decision for himself. And he's going to just play for his contract. He's going to show people why he should get paid the money that he should get paid. And it is what it is. Football is a dangerous sport. He knows that. He saw what happened last year. He got hurt. He was out for the rest of the season. They lost like 6 straight. So
6 straight, and they were winning.
Yeah, they had a winning record until he kind of got hurt, and then he was out for a little while, and then it just went downhill from there. But I have him winning 11 games, 11-6. So I have him winning the division, and I think this is a bounce back year for the whole Ravens organization. I have him, like I said, have him going 11-6.